All right, in the player development role, I created a learning process of when our players come in, this is the process that they will learn not only about player development, but we will impact them on their way to being the generational impactor we want to create. And so there was this learning process. So if a coach came in and said, hey, what are freshmen learning? What are sophomores learning? What are juniors learning? What are seniors learning? We were able to say this. Now, the reality over time was you realize, hey, classification has nothing to do with maturity. And now in the reality of college football or college athletics as a whole, there's so much, the roster transient is 30 people here, 30 people gone, 60 new people, all this, right? So this learning process has changed, but it still works. And I'm gonna talk to you about what the learning process is. My name is Ed Jones. I'm the founder of Beyond the Field, where we develop people and elevate programs. Now there's 4 areas to the learning process. The first step in the learning process is educate. The second step is engage. The third is equip, and the fourth is experience. And so when people come in, when players come into the program and they are, and player development is part of the program, we, number one, want to educate them. So this is, it used to be freshmen, but it's not freshmen anymore. It's not by classification. It is whoever needs to get educated on what's going on. This is the stage. Maybe you need to get educated on being a college athlete. Maybe you need to be educated on the university. Maybe you need to be educated on the things, but these are the people who need that education, right? May lack some maturity or may be new, right? You're newbies, right? There's education. That does not have to go on for an entire year. That may be 2 weeks. But the first stage of the learning process is the education stage, right? The second one is engage. So now that they've been educated, now that they understand, we want to engage them in this process or these processes that we educated them upon, right? We want to get them engaged, all right? Hey, we learned about what the community looks like, right? Now we want to get you engaged in the community. So now we're taking that education, we're taking a step to make that education be more palpable and more realized in their life. After that, the third phase, we want to equip them. So now they've been educated, they've engaged. Now we want to equip them with some skills. Now you're at a stage where we can equip. Once again, this can be anybody. You may have a transfer come in and they're ready for the equip stage immediately, right? Or you may have a 5th-year senior that needs to get educated. But now you get to equip them. We're going to equip you with opportunities, equip you with skills to figure out, to find out these things that we educated you with and engage you upon. This is how we're going to equip you. And then the last stage is experience. Now we want to give you experience. Like you go out there, we're going to provide you opportunities to get the experience you need to finalize this learning process. So that sounds good. And all that is detailed here in the player development guide. All of it's detailed here in the player development guide. Let's go. It starts on page 107. Page 107. You see that there? But some of you all watching this, listening to this, like, hey, that sounds good, but can you give me an example? Absolutely, I can. So let's say you had a career fair. Let's say you had a career fair and you had athletes in the educate stage. In the educate stage, you just want them to understand what a career fair is. I know that sounds minuscule, but some people don't understand. You want them to just understand what a career fair is, why people have it, how it's set up, and the importance of it, why people pay to be there, why people show up to get there, and what can happen from the career fair, right? That's the education stage. And you can do that by having them there on person, or you can have them in the auditorium and teach them that. I would have them in person and give them a 30-minute to an hour area where we've educated them and they get to see it, right? The engage piece is now, okay, you've been educated on what a career fair is. Everybody in this engage side piece, all right, now I want you to meet with 5 companies. I want you to meet with 5 companies, engage with 5 companies, shake their hand, understand what they're doing, talk to them about the position. What is this position? What field are they in? What do they look for in a candidate, right? You want to engage those people at the career fair. Now, the equip stage, this is where we're talking to local companies. And we're saying not only do they understand what the career fair is, they've engaged with you. We want to give them a specific, hey, we want to equip you all based off where you are in your studies and what you want to do. We want you to go, maybe it's 5 to 10 for the engage, group. Maybe it's 5 for this equip stage, and 5 at least minimum. And we want you to target areas where you believe you can work. And not only that, we want you to have conversations. And I'm talking to the companies about the companies. Hey, do you mind doing mock interviews on site to equip these guys with the skill to interview, right? And then for that final experience stage, they're getting everything there, right? So they engage, they're getting the mock interviews. they experience, I want them to fully go through it. All right, you did a mock interview. I'm asking the companies, can they come interview at your place for opportunity to work for you for internship or work for you overall? Maybe you have a former player who's looking for a job, but we want to get you that experience of showing up somewhere, interviewing somewhere, and making it happen, right? And so that's the learning process in person aspect of it. In a career fair setting, you can have this setting in so many ways. You can use this learning process literally in every single thing you do in player development. It was something that I did when I was in the role at University of Houston, University of Kansas, and Baylor University. It helped segment our learning to ensure that every single athlete left knowing that they learned something and that it was very intentional by us to help them get to where they are. So like I said, that's more detailed. That's detailed and deeper detail here in the book. So get your copy of the Player Development Guide. I am so thankful for you all who have purchased this. Thank you so much. If you want to go to Amazon and get it, please get it. And if you would like for me to sign it, please order your copy. I will sign it and get it to you. Thank you so much. As I always say, go out and create generational impact. Don't wait. Create that generational impact as I always say, go out and create generational impact. Don't wait. Create that generational impact today. And if you're like, what is player development? Do we need it in our program? Take the assessment here. There's an assessment right in the show notes that says player development program readiness. And if you need help pitching player development, watch this video right here.